everyone. First off, sorry if I seem really tired. I've had a very long day of running all over campus and meeting up with a lot of different people and going around town. So I'm very tired right now. But anyways, I'm just gonna stop talking about that and go right into what I was going to talk about today. And it's this. So this is my second week back to school. I just finished my second week back to school. This will be going into my third week. But I want to talk about what happened my first day back, moving back to the dorms, and that would be a recent car accident I got in, and I just wanted to talk about that because it's a story that impacted me, and yeah. So I'm just gonna jump into that story. So basically, it was moving day, and I came with my boyfriend. My boyfriend helped me move into my dorm, unload my stuff in my dorm, and stayed for a while. And then we went to a floor meeting, and then after that, we went on the road, and we went to go get some stuff for like food and shit. And we stopped off at McDonald's first because I was really thirsty, and so, we got something to drink, and the McDonald's is right off my campus, right off it, and then, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. We got back on the road, and we were literally not even 5 minutes off of my campus, and turns out there was a lovely drunk driver on the road who was basically driving in a way he should not have been and flashing his brights in a way that he should not have been. So basically, this driver caused us to run or smash into the Safe Line bus at my school. And for those of you who don't know, our Safe Line bus is basically a bus that runs at night and picks people up in my college town and brings them back to like the dorms, no questions asked, usually for people that are drunk, but it can be other things too. You just don't have a ride ready. So yeah, we smashed into that, and it's super scary because, we're just riding, we're joking, we're laughing, we're bullshitting, and all of a sudden I look at my boyfriend, and he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and I'm like, I had this moment of like, what's wrong, and I have a moment where I turn to look, and I can see in front of me, I can see the bus clearly coming in and smashing into us, and I can see it destroying the front part of the car and getting closer. I don't know if it broke the windshield or not, but and it was during that moment where I had this, not trying to be dramatic or over dramatic, but I did have this moment of oh my god, am I going to be okay? Or am I going to be alive at the end of this, or am I going to be seriously injured? And I guess that is seriously what I thought for a few seconds. And I was in the passenger side, and it mainly hit the passenger side. Yeah, basically smashed into the passenger side of the car, and the airbags went off, and the airbags managed to knock my glasses off. And I thought my glasses were broken, but luckily they weren't. So yeah, we're sitting there, and this lady comes up to our car, and she knocks in, and first she's like, oh my god, you guys are still conscious? You're still here? And we're like, yeah, and she's like, okay, well, I really have to stop and help. So my boyfriend climbs out of the driver's side. I cannot open the passenger door anymore, it will not open, so I have to climb out the driver's side, and I'm really shaken up by this. By this time, the police are there, and I'm really shaken up, so I have a really high fight or flight response. So when I get nervous, it's very visible. So I could not stop my body from physically shaking for a long time, and I was just shaking, and I have a high-pitched voice, especially around people I don't know well, and when I'm nervous. And I also have an eye condition called nystagmus, which is part of my overarching eye condition called albinism, but I'll get into that later. But I have condition called nystagmus, which causes my eyes to involuntarily shake and move back and forth. And my boyfriend also has the same eye condition. And because of all three things these combined, the police officer kindly asked me if I was on heroin or crack, which I assure you I'm not. I wasn't, never have been, never will be. And I said, no, I'm just shaken up, and they did not believe me. But yeah, the EMTs came, and they basically told me and my boyfriend that we had the option to decline going to the hospital. We had the option to decline going with the neck braces and on the stretcher backboard thingies, and we're like, no, we're not gonna decline, we'll do it. So they put us on the little stretcher backboard things, they put the neck braces on us, and they put us up into the ambulance. And first I'm like, I was so nervous, I'm like, can I just like be with my boyfriend? First like, honey, I think you're gonna be in separate ambulances. I'm like, what? But then they actually did put us in the same ambulance, and we got in, and they like put the pulse ox monitor on, and blood pressure cuff, and they're, you know, asking questions, birthday and all that shit, and asking if anything hurt, how much. They did like little tests, like, you know, having to push your feet against their hands, having to hold their hand as strong as you can, all that fun stuff. And they did that to both me and my boyfriend, and they took our information, and we rode, and basically like, well, you're free to do whatever you want, talk, laugh, sing, hold hands, whatever. So we held hands in the ambulance, which is very romantic, I guess. I don't know, it made me feel better. So we got to the hospital. They take us first. They took me first because I was inside that was hit harder by the other vehicle, and they took us into the emergency room, and they put us in separate rooms, and the doctor comes in, checks everything out, and they're like, they check if anything's broken, they examine you, they ask you if anything's hurting, they put you on another pulse ox monitor, they put you on a heart monitor, and a blood pressure cuff, and all that fun stuff, which is not fun, but whatever. And the doctor also thought I was on drugs because of my nystagmus, and the nurse also thought the same thing, which was not fun. And eventually I had to explain, like, no, I'm not. Because the nurse was actually like, okay, what medical conditions do you have? I'm like, albinism. She's like, no, I want to know, like, every medical condition you've ever had. I'm like, I had a hole in my heart when I was a baby, but it's repaired. And she's like, what's with the shaking of your eyes? I'm like, it's a nystagmus. I have albinism. It's part of albinism. And she's like, oh. I'm like, yeah. So that happened, and then they made me take a pregnancy test, and then they made me get a chest x-ray and a few other tests, which was not fun. I just sat there like, oh my god, this sucks. And they looked over my boyfriend in our room, and they finished my boyfriend earlier, so then he came and he stood by me while I was finishing everything up. I ended up having a knee abrasion, which is mostly gone away. I had a bit of an abrasion on my elbow, I had some cuts on my chest, and I had a really ugly bruise on my upper thigh that's like still there. And my shoulder has been killing me. And yeah, but eventually they decided we were okay enough to be discharged. So we're discharged. But we no longer have a vehicle. And because my boyfriend's car, well, actually his truck, was totaled. It was gone. It was smashed. It wasn't coming back. It was beyond repair. It's gone, which made him very sad, and I feel bad about that. And yeah, so we have no way of getting home, so we had to call a cab. And at first we're like, okay, we'll go back to my college, because my college is, you know, like 10 minutes away from the hospital. But I do not have my hall re-entry card, and it is past 11 p.m. It's like 2 a.m. now, and my school, if you come in past 11 a.m. and if you don't have your one card or your re-entry card, they will not let you in the building, and they charge you $25 for it. So, and I left it in the the truck, so I didn't have it anymore. And so then we had to take a cab back to my boyfriend's house, which is about 30 minutes away, 30 minutes away, and it puts us out $80, cost $80, and the whole time in the cab I was really scared of getting in another car accident, even though the chances of that were probably really, really low to being 2 car accidents in one night, but you know, I was terrified. I'll be honest, like, I did not talk most of the way, because I'm just like, I just want to get there safely, and yeah, I get back, and we basically just go to bed, because by that point we're exhausted, and I was really upset because I was texting my friends at the time, but my phone died, and my charger was in the truck, and the truck was sold, so I had to wait until the morning, or my boyfriend, actually the afternoon, or my boyfriend actually let me borrow his mom's charger, so I could charge my phone and actually, like, update my friends on what was going on, that I was okay and didn't die, and yeah. And then, on top of that, I stayed the weekend with my boyfriend after that, and we did not go out, like, at all, because we were both scared to go on the road, and we kind of put off going back to school because we were both scared to go on the road, but we had to, and we had to take a different vehicle, and that vehicle also does not run very well, so we had to jump start it and get it running, and at first it did not look like it was gonna jump start, which sucked, and we get in, and the check engine light's on, the car needs more oil, and the brakes don't work well, so I'm terrified that we're gonna die just on my way back to school. Again, not trying to be over dramatic, but I was terrified. My friend's like, yeah, the brakes don't really work well on this. I'm like, you don't tell me that. I am freaking terrified. You tell me this car works totally fine, because I don't want to die. That would be a bad way to start off my year, by dying. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna die. But we get back, and we get back safely, and yeah, ever since then, I've just been dealing with the aftermath. This is my 3rd major car accident I've been in. By major, I mean, like, cars totaled, taken to the hospital, at least 2 of the 3 of which really surprising that I'm not dead, or at least seriously injured from it, but yeah. But since this is my 3rd car accident, but this is the first one I had to handle as an adult, because, you know, the first 2, I was with my mom, and I was under the age of 18, so my mom handled all the aftermath. Now I have to. So I've been dealing with calling the hospital, giving my billing information, calling insurance companies, my health insurance company, and my boyfriend's, like, insurance company, and getting the story straight, and what happened, and how, and who's going to take care of the bills, and all this stuff. And it's been terrifying, not terrifying, but it's been terrible, and I'm really learning some adulting lessons, how to adult. And I call the insurance companies, I'm literally like, I don't know how to adult, so you're gonna have to explain how to do this to me, because I don't know what I'm doing. Also, after that, when I went to bed first night getting back, just everything hurt. My knee hurt, my elbow hurt, my back hurt, my shoulder hurt, and lots of pain for a few days. But I got back, and it was okay. And I had to go to health services because my shoulder is actually bothering me on this side. And they took x-rays, and they didn't see anything on the x-rays, so they gave me some fun shoulder exercises to do. And it's just been kind of in that. Sometimes it hurts, and sometimes it feels totally fine, like, okay. And sometimes I just get, like, this shooting pain in my shoulder, or it just feels sore, and sometimes it goes into my arm. It's just not fun. Today was actually really bothering me, so I'm gonna do my fun shoulder exercises and ice it. I iced it with pizza puffs today, which was interesting and funny. And yeah, and if it doesn't get better, I have to go to health services again. And yeah, that's my long story. And my takeaways from this experience are, 1, I'm really scared of cars now. Like, big vehicles like buses don't bother me, but small cars, being small cars, worries me. 2, I have a much greater appreciation for trucks, because if me and my boyfriend were not in a truck, there is a very, very strong chance that we probably would have been dead. And 3, I've also taken away the fact that of how quickly things could change, you know? I was in a car laughing and talking and bullshitting with my boyfriend one minute, and this next second there's an airbag in my face and the car's totaled and we're on our way to hospital. So, I don't know. That's what I learned. You ever been in any fun car accidents? Tell me the story about it down below and what happened. And yeah, until next time. Bye.